Hey there guys, Kate here, and today we are gonna be talking about a Roblox item only 30 people own and it only has 43 copies left. That makes it one of the rarest items on all of Roblox. So yeah, today we are gonna be talking about that item, and alright, for this item we need to go all the way back to 2012 on Roblox. We need to go all the way back to specifically June 15th, 2012, because that is when an item by the name of icedagger was uploaded to the catalog. Now, as you can see here, it's a gear actually, and it was updated just yesterday when I'm recording this. Anyways, as you can see here, it has a recent average price of 761,000 Robux, and it originally had 100 sold, so the icedagger only had 100 copies to begin with. So you can see, that's why it's rare. This was uploaded almost 14 years ago, so not a lot of people are gonna be keeping it for 14 years. Copies get deleted, things just happen with copies of limiteds. And alright, let's go back to an archive. So the item was released on June 15th, 2012, and this archive is from June 18th, 2012. So 3 days later. As you can see here, it was 25,000 Robux to purchase. So, big bucks for 2012. It will still be a lot of Robux today, but even less people had 25,000 Robux back in the day. Now, as you can see here, there are 11 people reselling it, and at this point it had a recent average price of 42,314 Robux, which actually, well, it's higher than 25,000, but if you sold it for 42,000, it would still be a loss, because, you're only profiting 17,000 Robux, but it would, later go on to have a higher recent average price. So yeah, there are people reselling it for, like, for example, Hot Sauce 206 is reselling it for 49,500 Robux. And then if you scroll further, Jared Walters is actually reselling it for, that's like quadrillion, trillion, or billion, I don't know. But yeah, he is reselling it for that much. And then Piperson50 is reselling it for the same amount. And then I don't know is reselling it for this price. Yeah, so people are selling it for ridiculous prices, but that can be observed with any limited that's ever been uploaded to the catalog. Alright, so if we go 2 weeks ahead to June 30th, 2012, as you can see here, there are 23 people reselling it, and it has a recent average price of 30,965. So it went down a lot. As you can see here, it went up to, if I'm seeing that correctly, to around 50,000, and then it crashed down. So, I don't know what happened with the crash here. I don't know why the price of it crashed. I don't know. But if we go to August 5th, 2012, it doubled in recent average price actually, because it's now 66,000 on average. And yeah, as you can see here, people are selling it for a lot more than they used to. And alright, if you go to November 25th, 2012, as you can see here, the recent average price of it crashed again by over 50%. And yeah, as you can see here, it's really been stagnating. And if you go to July 5th, 2013, it still really didn't recover. Well, eventually we get to 2026 and it has a recent average price of 761,000 Robux. So yeah, that's really expensive. And actually, it sold on January 17th, 2026 for 2.9 million Robux. That's a lot. Actually, 15 copies of it are hoarded, which means 35%, and it only has 43 copies. But yeah, on that note, this is the story of the icedagger, a really expensive item and a rare one as well, and it's like a cool gear actually. But alright, that's about it for this video, so thanks for watching and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!